which, like I said, makes a huge difference. That's a dent in the Terran player's gas income. But it looks like right now Rek is going to be pushing out. Rek here getting a little bit tired of all the Mutalisk shenanigans. Note right now that REQtheognis has stim upgraded. He does have stim, and he is actually working on +3 weapons. Does he have enough to deal with this? Here comes the Banelings. The Marines need to get away from the Banelings. They are going to stim, and looks like the Marines will survive. The tanks, though, now exposed. Great play here from IdrA, and IdrA going to pick off all those expensive tanks. All that's left now are the Marines, but no Banelings left. These Marines are going to do a lot of damage before they die. Wow, picking off so many Mutalisks. That thinned those Mutalist numbers to about half, maybe more. So IdrA, they are not really coming out too well in that engagement, losing a ton of his Mutalisks, but now Rek actually throwing away some of his Marines as well. Careless micro there from our Terran player, REQtheognis. Now, it looks like +3 weapons is on the way. Do note, IdrA at 82 harvesters. He's got a huge income advantage. And really right now, all IdrA needs is to think about getting up to Hive Tech. I'm surprised he's still running on Lair for this long. Hive Tech would be a huge bonus right now. Go for Broodlords or possibly even Ultras. Really, you cannot stay on Lair for too long because a Terran player will start to go for that very scary +2/+2 or even +3/+3 mech and bio upgrades, and that's when things get very difficult to deal with if you're on Lair Tech. Now, it looks like IdrA just primarily focused on macroing his economy. It looks like he is getting Hive on the way on that production tab. Oh, REQtheognis is going to finally catch the hidden expansion, and a bunch of spine crawlers also going up. But now REQtheognis knows that the Zerg player has that expo to the north. He's actually going to move an SCV down south as well, so he is going to catch that that hatchery down at the 6 o'clock. So now REQtheognis knows that he needs to push out and make something happen sooner rather than later. We're going to switch over to IdrA's point of view camera here as he is picking off these SCVs that are scouting, and he's microing his Mutalisks. And back over to REQtheognis' player camera view. Looks like he is going to be making an attack on this hatchery towards the top location, and he should be able to take this out quite easily. He's got a ton of tanks in the back, and these Marines with a quick stim picking off all the spine crawlers. And REQtheognis right now needs to be careful though. Those Mutalisks picking off all the tanks. Oh wow, IdrA here has picked off so many tanks with his Mutalisks. That has been some very good play thus far. And it looks like now IdrA doesn't even care about that top expansion. He says, screw it, you can take the top. I'm going to go straight for the jugular. And he's going to run right into the Terran main here. Keeping those Banelings alive, obviously. Don't want to run them into buildings. He's going to run all the Mutalisks and Lings. And oh, the Banelings going to go up north? No, they are not going to go up north. I guess IdrA gonna save the Banelings for these Marines when they come. It's all gonna come down to micro here. Can Rek keep the Banelings alive? A bunch of Zerg units at the front door of the Terran base, and oh, the Marines actually surviving the Banelings, and now the Marines are gonna be able to clean up these Mutalisks. I don't think IdrA did enough damage in that attack. I really don't think IdrA did enough damage at all, and IdrA now saying that Marines are the counter to Banelings. Certainly with proper micro, Marines can avoid Banelings quite easily. But oh my goodness, I cannot believe that REQtheognis was able to survive that, and IdrA didn't really do that much damage. In fact, I would say he sacrificed a ton of Lings and Banelings, and at the end of the day, it wasn't really worth it. But here we go, gonna intercept 2 fully loaded dropships, picks them both apart. That is a huge blow to the Terran player. REQtheognis was trying to drop and do some damage to the Zerg 6 o'clock. That didn't work out too well at all. Note now Rek trying to get the gold expansion up. IdrA with the hugest flock of Mutalisks I have ever seen. He is going to go straight in the Terran main and do work right now. He's actually going to pick off a ton of Marines. And that is just so many Mutalisks. Oh my goodness. Right now, REQtheognis needs to figure out some way to deal with these mutas. Looks like he's going to try to drop into the Terran main, but IdrA all over it. Quickly intercepts this dropship, and he's going to be able to take out those Marines and dropships with ease. IdrA with complete map control. We see the army tab 178 to 120. IdrA is looking like a boss. even though he may be very angry about those Marines and how effective they are against Banelings, he is still looking very, very strong. Right now, though, he is on 2 base. He has the 3rd, and he has the gold, as you guys can see here. It's basically 2 base Zerg versus 1, 2, 3 base, make it almost 4 base Zerg. So 4 base Zerg versus 2 base Terran. Obviously, our Terran player is gonna have to make something happen. These Mutalisks once again going back in and just clearing the Terran infrastructure. He's actually going for the starport, which is, wow, that's actually very, very smart. If you guys look on the production tab, we do have the Broodlords on the way. The Greater Spire is in production, so we're finally going to be seeing some Hive tech. There is the Greater Spire, and really IdrA going into the Terran main. His objective, picking off the starports. Now the one unit that counters the Broodlord, that hard counters the Broodlord, is the Viking. Now the Terran player REQtheognis cannot produce Vikings. He has to reproduce the starports first, and at the same time he has to deal with these Mutalisks, which are continually doing damage to the Terran player's gold expansion. Great play from IdrA. This is really some S-class Zerg play. I'm surprised that REQtheognis hasn't been able to, well, I'm not surprised actually. He's playing against IdrA, for God's sake. IdrA, I'm surprised, hasn't closed this game out yet. He is just steamrolling the Terran. Maybe he's going to wait for those Broodlords first. As you guys can see, 1 Corruptor on the way. He's even bothering to get adrenal glands, which is really something we don't see too often. I think it gives 20% more attack speed to Zerglings. But honestly, really no Zerglings in play right now for IdrA. Anyways, here comes IdrA once again with his Mutalisks doing some very good damage to the mineral line. Oh, wow. Complete genocide of the mineral line at the gold expansion. And REQtheognis is finally gonna push out. He's actually maxed, ladies and gentlemen. Note his bio is +3/+3. So this is going to be the final attack for Rek. He has to try to end the game with this final attack. Note that IdrA is banking though 2,700 minerals and 900 gas. The Terran player not banking nearly as much. So really Rek needs to keep his forces alive. Oh my goodness, those Marines are doomed. And here comes the Mutalisk, magic boxing over all of these Thors. But a couple more Thors coming in the background. It looks like these Mutalisks are actually going to be repelled back, but oh wow, we have the Broodlords on the way. And right now, I mean, REQtheognis, he's going to be able to take out the gold, but is he going to have anything to deal with those Broodlords? He needs to get Vikings out so badly. I don't think he's going to be able to get enough Vikings out in time. That is a ton of Broodlords. Here comes the Terran March. IdrA just waiting for those Broodlords before he engages. No, he's actually going to engage right now. Tanks doing a ton of damage to these Zerglings. And IdrA doing a great magic box over the Thors. IdrA is going to be able to clean this up even without the help of his Broodlords. That's just showing how powerful IdrA is. He's just got so many Mutalisks. It doesn't really matter. Here comes some Marines. Note they are +3/+3. Can they handle the Broodlord onslaught? No, I don't think they can. They are going to have to fall back. And it looks like Rek is, yeah, he's just going to have to fall back from the Zerg push. IdrA here saying, "You're Terran, shut up." You're Terran, shut up. Well, I don't really have anything to say about that. I guess IdrA must really hate the Terrans. Well, nonetheless, IdrA here, he's got the Broodlords. He's got the huge advantage right now, not giving any respect to our Terran player. He's going to actually just kill off the Terran Planetary Fortress at the gold. Easy peasy. Note, though, that REQtheognis has been keeping the majority of his harvesters alive. He's still right next to IdrA in terms of harvester count. So he, presumably, if he can get some expansions up, he's not out of this game just yet. But he's got to find a way to deal with these Broodlords and, of course, the Mutalisks. And Marines just aren't going to cut the cheese anymore. He needs Vikings. He needs maybe even some Ravens. I don't know what you can do as Terran against so much different types of units and this late-game Broodlord tech. Right now, oh my goodness, the entire Terran army just gets completely demolished. And IdrA is certain to take this game at this point. REQtheognis does have a 3rd, but really doesn't matter in the long run. IdrA, he's at 187 supply. He's going to move forward slowly but surely with these Broodlords, and he's looking to end this game here and now. I don't see any way how REQtheognis could win this game. Yeah, there goes the GG. I mean, even if God came down and handed REQtheognis 1,000,000 minerals and 1,000,000 gas, I don't think that would change the outcome of this game. And I suppose Rek is waiting for a GG back from IdrA. IdrA doesn't give the GG. He just doesn't even care. He doesn't need the GG. Rek just leaves the game instead. So that is going to be that. That is going to be the procast that I've been waiting to do. I've been waiting to do more pro games, and I will be doing a lot more in the near future. So thanks a lot for tuning in. Whatever you guys want, I do for you. And yeah, HD gonna be signing out.